商业咨询大师spike.humer先生，他也是杰克维尔奇先生特别认可的美国的咨询老师，同时也是他的协助的主持人。我们也给spike先生热烈掌声鼓励一下，好吗？好，那今天的第一趴的对话嘉宾是腾讯公司的高级总裁刘胜义先生。刘胜义先生，我们都知道腾讯公司是中国最成功的互联网公司，市场价值据我所知超过1万亿人民币啊。所以呢，刘胜义先生刚刚在40楼，他们最大的全区的客户都一起跟杰克维尔奇先生做了一个深入的座谈。所以互联网又是未来的趋势，所以我相信接下来的对话会非常的精彩。那让我们好，那我们掌声有请刘胜义先生上台。
对，第一轮的嘉宾还有腾讯集团高级执行副总裁、网络媒体事业群的总裁刘胜义先生。
好，那既然刘胜义先生需要我来开始一个引导，那我就来开始一个引导。那中国的宏观经济正面临着人口红利逐渐消失的结构转型期，在这个大趋势下，对企业以及互联网企业会产生哪些方面的影响？企业又该如何应对？我相信这个跟大家都有相关。
OK，主持人你好，今天早上是在跟现场的，非常高兴今天来现场和大家沟通。在过程当中，因为我们今天现场有我们的大师在，所以如果各位不介意的话呢，我们中国人非常好客，所以我今天可能是在全场会用英文来跟现场跟我们大师沟通，这样子会比较通畅一点。
没问题，我觉得英文会更加节省大家的时间，没有问题。
好，谢谢。Right, Jack, I think the question is very much talking about the declining of the demographic dividends in a country such as China. So the host was asking what sort of implications would such decline be actually impacting on various industries. Perhaps I'll just take the liberty because I know you're the masters in such things. In my opinion, the concept is a very, very complicated macroeconomy concept. Involves things like labor, productivity, savings, and all that. Perhaps I'll just probably point a few points in terms of the areas of internet business. I think to our industry, one of the biggest implications would be one that's from demand side, because the infrastructures of the demographic has changed. Therefore, the industry in general, where we used to have such a high growth expectation from the past, has actually subsided. And then maybe the other implication that's facing our industry might be largely because of that change in compositions of demographic structure. So demand and also needs would then change. So we are likely to see a lot of different graphical changes within needs within subcategories within the internet industry. So that's my opinion. Perhaps Jack would actually enlighten us on the manufacturing side of the business.
My view of this is that this is a problem for China 20, 30 years from now. Short term, the increase in population with wealth is increasing rapidly. And because of that standard of living increase, while the number of actual people being counted may not be as fast as we want, the number of people moving into the middle class and above is increasing rapidly. So for manufacturers and service providers, the market of people that can afford your services is growing very rapidly. And the problem is much more a demographic problem for the middle of the century. So I would say for all you entrepreneurs out there, don't worry about it for the next 20 years. That's a problem your children may worry about.
Right. Jack, I also happen to notice that one of the comments that you have actually mentioned in the past, I read in clear wisdom. The last time, probably about 2 years ago, when you were in China, you spoke about the Chinese organizations, the industry has to actually move away from a cost-based production towards quality and order. And that actually, that word of wisdom from you was like in the month of September in year 2011. And in fact, the official statistics of this country shows that last year was the very first time whereby the supply of labor, in fact, was coming down for the very first time. So you also mentioned about doing less is more, whereby if you were to be the provider, if your market, your product were occupying a position of number 4 or 5 in the market, then when the top leader sneezes, you catch a pneumonia. Right. So in this instance, perhaps where the dividends of demographics is actually downturning, is there probably the best time for various industry leaders to consider actually doing less or more? What's your opinion on that?
Well, China will be going through an automation phase. More and more technology will come to the marketplace, and less will be done with hands, and more will be done with brain. And so as China becomes more of a learning economy, it's very important for the business leaders in this room to be sure that they are training and educating their people to take business to a higher level, so fewer people can do more. That comes from training, from education, and spending real time and money being sure your talent is top rate.
Well, I think that worked pretty well in terms of the industry in general. One of the biggest topics that our industry, our business in terms of internet work, we were actually the direct impact for such dividends of demographic declining, perhaps it's not so much on the supply side, but more on the demographic side. So in other words, our audience are actually changing, they're getting older, the types of needs are different. So one of the challenges people are facing is that if you were to look at the audience that we have today, all these best entrepreneurial spirits, they are willing to actually top up their own pocket money. They are owners, they might be the future Tony Ma or Jack Ma in the industry. So is there any specific advice that you can actually give to our audience today about, from the internet perspective, the internet industry perspective?
The internet basically gives everyone a chance to start their own game quicker. All over the world, as I speak, I see entrepreneurs who are finding their own special niche. Whether it be in pricing, whether it be in market segmentation, whether it be in inventory process control. 5, 10, 15-person organizations are springing up in every corner of America, and I'm sure, Pete, what you need, I talked about this before, what you need is the unique idea, the aha, what is the hot idea? Then you need the passion to go after that idea with everything in your body. And then you need the resilience, the ability to take punches in the nose, failure, troubles, and get back up again and charge forward. That's resilience. New businesses don't go straight up. They go through cycles. And you've got to be able to handle both. But my view, that's why, is that opportunities have never been so great. Whether it's in America, whether it's in China. The opportunities for young people with an idea and the will and the energy and the passion never been better. And no place in the world is close to China in terms of realizing your dreams. You don't know how good you have it here. This is the best place in the world right now to do business for smart, aggressive, passionate people.
因为时间关系，我们欣赏了一场由总裁跟维尔奇先生精彩的对谈。不知道维尔奇先生还有什么要说的没有？
No, I think I congratulate SY. I've known SY now for 2 years. I love the way 10 Cents continues to expand and grow. I had a question from the journalists today who were questioning how much easier it was for older entrepreneurs to be successful and how difficult it is now for young entrepreneurs in this very competitive China. Well, let me tell you, you've got it made. Things have never been easier than they are now in China compared to the rest of the world. Think of yourself sitting in New York or Frankfurt or Paris. Things aren't growing. People aren't getting richer. Things aren't moving as fast. Every one of you who thinks it was easier before, maybe it was, but it's a hell of a lot easier here than it is anywhere else in the world. Enjoy it, go for it, have great success, and may the next Rolls Royce in the parking lot be yours.
好，让我们再次为掌声，谢谢杰克维先生和刘信先生给我们这场精彩的对谈。那么第一趴的对话就先到这里告一个精彩的这个段落啊，我们来进行第二段的对话。